Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome back to the channel. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So today, you read the title right. We have President Trump is going to be speaking at the Digital Asset Summit today. I think he's supposed to be speaking right now, like at 11 o'clock, or it was like 10:45, maybe 11 o'clock, so we'll see. We have the live stream here of the Digital Asset Summit, so we're going to hopefully see if we can catch it live. I think a lot of other channels are trying to do the same right now, so if you guys don't mind, just share this live stream. Also, repost it, and make sure you are also hitting the like button and all that stuff. I think my volume is super low. Let me boost that up. Let me boost it. Check 1 2 1 2. Are we better? We better volume now? All right, I think we're good. I think we're better volume. But all right, so let's see when this will actually start. We had all these speakers, people on the stage, and so let's see when we are going to have President Trump. So we're going to keep this. We're going to keep coming back to this, and we're going to see exactly when he's going to hit the stage and what he's going to talk about, because there are rumors that he could potentially say that there's going to be zero capital gains tax, or there's going to be a move to have zero capital gains tax on certain cryptocurrencies, specifically the US-based cryptocurrencies. And there is a nice list of those, so we can get into that as well, of what the US-based cryptocurrencies are and how we could be positioned for the next year, 2 years, whatever it may be, for the cryptocurrency markets. But let's get into. Okay, let's see. All right, so this guy's still speaking. All right, so we have a little bit of time. We have a little bit of time. But right now, Bitcoin is basically pumping. I mean, it's doing really well off the FOMC meeting. The FOMC meeting, we had the rates being still just paused. They're still the same. They weren't cut, they weren't increased, but we did get hints of QT ending. And now we're going to go into a period of QE, which is the quantitative easing. The interest rates are going to be lowered over time through the rest of the year. We don't know exactly how much, but it is giving us a leading indicator that the stock market is going to start getting more liquidity. The stablecoin market is going to get a lot of liquidity. I think this is a big topic of discussion right now, is actually the stable coins and how the stablecoin market is going to add liquidity and also potentially strengthen the U.S. trade and U.S. dollar, with it being backed with Bitcoin, and also a lot of the things that are happening. So we got to watch the stablecoin markets. Whenever the stablecoin market starts to increase, I was hearing a topic of discussion between Benjamin Cohen and Coin Bureau, and they were talking how once we start to see the stable coins go up, then that is where that the liquidity is going to start rolling into some of the altcoins, create more buying pressure on some of the top fundamental projects that the markets and also the institutions, the big institutions, are watching for where they might put this stablecoin liquidity. And so there is going to be major regulation and framework for stablecoins led by Senator Lummis. We watched a podcast with her and Anthony Pompliano, and Anthony asked a lot of good questions about how the U.S. government is handling the strategic reserves, what it actually means, how the U.S. government is going to acquire Bitcoin, and through gold reserves that the Federal Reserves have at market value from like 1974 or something like that. So what Senator Lummis said is that she is proposing that they take these gold reserves and they're going to convert those, and then they'll buy Bitcoin with that. And the purchasing plan would be to buy, I think it was like 100,000 Bitcoin or 200,000 Bitcoin over the next 10 years or something, or it was like 100 million Bitcoin over the next 4 years, and then hold it for 20 years. So talk about a hodl strategy. So we're, in crypto, for us degens, we think like in terms of days, weeks, sometimes we don't even want to go out that far because we're so caught up with the short-term volatility that we forget that this is the long play. Like, this is a zoom out long macro play. And we have to remind ourselves that it's easy to get caught up in the trading, the FOMO, and the different micro narratives that are all happening. But if you just look at the overall one macro narrative, we're TradFi's dying into a new life of digital assets and Web3, past Web3 blockchain technology. And so this is what the internet is going to be running on, and this is why the Trump administration is so bullish crypto, because I think they are signaling to retail that this is where the world is headed, and we as the retail investor can hopefully be positioned in this market as a base, using Bitcoin as our own strategic reserve, and also going into some more riskier assets, whether it be the meme coins, whether it be fundamental layer ones, layer twos, Ethereum, all that stuff. So really important to keep on the macro zoom out perspective. You can still gamble and do the things, but it just means you're going to okay, here it is. All right, we got Trump. Let's see what's going on.
In history, that a sitting president has addressed a crypto conference. I know everyone has their phones out, but please give a massive round of applause and help me welcome the President of the United States to address Digital Asset Summit.
To everyone at the Blockworks Digital Assets Summit. It's an honor to speak with you about how the United States is going to dominate crypto and the next generation of financial technologies. And it's not going to be easy, but we're way ahead. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted the first ever White House Digital Asset Summit, bringing together many of the world's top leaders.
Shout out to everyone who's here. Thank you. And make sure the sound's good. Let me know the sound's good.
By our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who's a fantastic and very brilliant guy. That same week, I signed an order creating the brand new strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile, which will allow the federal government to maximize the value of its holdings instead of foolishly selling them for a fraction of their long-term value, which is exactly what Biden did. He got a fraction of their value. We're ending the last administration's regulatory war on crypto and Bitcoin, and that includes stopping the lawless Operation Choke Point 2.0. Operation Choke Point went beyond regulation, and I mean far beyond. It was a form of lawfare through government weaponization. Frankly, it was a disgrace. But as of January 20th, 2025, all of that is over. I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common-sense rules for stablecoins and market structure. With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history. It's so big, it's, I think, as big as you can get. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy, safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike. You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar, and many, many years to come, it'll be at the top, and that's where we want to keep it. We only want to keep it at the top, always. I can already see that the energy and passion of the crypto community is the kind of spirit that built our country, and it is exciting to watch as you invent the future of finance. And right here, it's going to be right here in the USA, the good old USA. Together we will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world. Thank you. Good luck. God bless America.
Please welcome to the stage Ben Strack and Stacey Warden.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I like that address. It's so funny. Like, he said basically the same thing we just said by using the dollar-backed stable coins as a means of building dominance for the US dollar. The stable coins are they're not pegged at the yen, they're not pegged at the won, they're not pegged at the ruble, they're not pegged at the peso, they're not pegged at the euro. They're pegged at the dollar, baby. So that's where we're at. So yeah, USA. USA. I know all the Canadians are like, boo, boo. No, but we love Canada too. We shout out to all the Canadians. Shout out to the Otter Gang that's apparently in here. Shout out to the Piper Gang. Shout out to all of the people that are watching from all across the world. So yeah, no, so it's really cool. Like, it just shows, guys, we're really early. We really are super early. And I was just watching Mr. M's podcast just earlier this morning. He released a episode with Zuby. So shout out to Zuby. We actually had a chance to have dinner with Zuby and in Dubai with some other friends, and it was cool. We had a great conversation. And but yeah, Zuby was saying how it's funny how the whole market, we were just celebrating, about 80K, and it was a static on 80K Bitcoin just a few months ago, and then we went past 100K, and then we quote crashed back to 80K, and now we're like, it's over, everything is bad, it's over. So we have to calm ourselves, and that's why we were just, in the beginning of this live stream, we were saying how it's really, really important, especially during these times, to zoom out and look macro, because if you're trading this market and maybe you haven't been doing as well on the trading, maybe you've gotten chopped up, maybe you've just broken even. You've just been like, it'll make you feel like there's no progress. But if you've been dollar cost averaging, through the year, through the past couple months, even just through the past couple months, especially with Bitcoin, if you're just now coming into crypto, these were the times. I mean, this is was great. These are great times to DCA, because you're getting a better cost basis average. You're not buying the Pico top. You're not up here, like Michael Saylor buying 106,000. This was when all the action and all the, the everyone's portfolios were at peak. And it's so funny that people want to buy here. They want to buy here, and then they don't want to buy when it's cheaper. When the prices are lower, when there's a little bit more fear, there's blood in the streets. And it makes sense. I think it's just part of our human condition and psychology to, when things are like this, it's just that's when you think you need to run away, or it's just, it's not a good time. But this is what's so interesting, is that right now, we have the president of the United States signaling that he and his administration and just in the companies and the businesses and just the optimism of the United States being the dominant force of trade in digital assets, and how we go about forming a digital asset committee, summit, just like all this stuff is leading into a super bullish macro outlook. So even though the prices, I mean, we could still go to 80K, 79K, sideways, could 100% could still happen, but it's not going to convince me that in the next 6 months we're just going to go to zero. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like, oh, like, yeah, so the next 6 months, we're just going to go all the way back down to zero. And I don't see that. I mean, even in the biggest black swan events ever, you know, we had COVID here. We had a lot of stuff happening, black swan events, and we still managed to pump up. And we have these points marked, and this is just kind of like a 6-month chart. We've just been on a parabolic rise, and it just seems like there's no end in sight. And if we keep going in this trajectory, then a $300,000 Bitcoin is right around the corner. I mean, it's just right around the corner. We just have to have some patience. You know, Raul Paul is really, really good. You know, shout out to Raul Paul on giving us a really good zoomed out perspective. He is a macro expert. He is a macro, you know, investor. So he understands that the cycles are driven by liquidity. The cycles are driven by how liquidity is presented to risk markets. And all we have to do is just wait for that inevitable push into risk on, party on, Garth. Like when we start party on Garth and we start getting that liquidity coming in, and like you know, Mr. President Trump said, the stable coins is the key. I think that's where the key is these stable coins are going to play a real key role into how money is moved around between these institutions, between trade, between states, just like all kinds of stuff. And then you got the stuff with XRP. You know, the stuff with XRP, you know, we have XRP ETF news. Pretty soon, possible. It's, you know, the Ripple is eyeing an XRP ETF, and then it's also going to be one of the cryptocurrencies that is part of a strategic stockpile for the United States. So if they're going to have, you know, cryptos in their balance sheet, XRP is going to be one of them. Cardano, Solana, ETH, obviously, World Liberty Financial, the Trump DeFi. Protocol that they have holds a crap ton of ETH. I mean, they hold mostly more ETH than Bitcoin in terms of, you know, a side, you know, Trump affiliated business, because there's Trump Media, there's World Liberty Financial, and by the way, all of them bullish on crypto and purchasing crypto and adding it to their balance sheets. But yeah, good morning to everyone. Good morning. Shout out to Kenneth. Shout out to Lasers. Pew, pew. And shout out to Alexandra G, the mod of all mods. If you see Alexandra G in a live stream, in a crypto live stream, it just means you're in the right place. Shout out to Tony, Trade, Intuition. Shout out to Army Piper. Shout out to all of the people that are in the live stream today. So I was expecting the dress to be a lot longer. I thought he was going to be there. But he's like, the security, it would have to be super tight, and the security was not tight enough. So we're just going to do video message. But we have some other bullish news today. We have a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, pew, 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 laser guns, water guns. You guys remember, we just came out of an age where they took the real gun emoji out and put in a water gun, and they had a man with a pregnant baby emoji. That was the reality we were just in. Do you guys realize this? So, welcome to the real world. We're having too much fun already, guys. Smash up the likes. I think we got a nice group of people in here, so let's make sure we get the likes up, and we're gonna go down the news train. We got 12 likes and 34 people. Okay, we gotta even this out. Let's get this ratio up. Let's get the ratio up. And it's funny that pregnant man emoji baby thing, whatever the hell that was Bill Gates, by the way. That was actually Bill Gates. That was a custom Bill Gates emoji. But yeah, guys, if you like Bill Gates, hit the like button. No, get the likes up, guys. Come on. We got 35 people in here and 12 likes. So let's get it going. All right, let's go down the news train. We got a lot to cover. All right, so today is Frog Day. Today's Frog Day. So it's World Frog Day of 2025, celebrating and conserving our amphibian allies. So it's March 20th. Okay. So World Frog Day was celebrated globally, focused on the ecological importance of frogs. The day highlighted frogs' role as indicators of environmental health and their contribution to controlling the aspects of the population, or controlling the aspect of and conserving the population of the frogs. And then the contribution to controlling insect populations is massive. Like if we didn't have frogs and we didn't have certain types of these animals existing in our ecosystem, then we would have like thousands of bugs. We'd have all this crap all over the place. It's like if we didn't have flies, like the flies eat the trash and eat all the stuff. You know, we need the grubbers. We need the grubbers, you know. It's what we need. So discussions emphasize the threats to the frog species, particularly habitat loss, with over 2,000 of the 7,400 known species. Wow. There's 7,400 known species of frogs at risk of extinction. That is crazy. So conservation initiatives were promoted, including habitat preservation and creating frog-friendly environments. This is what Dano Crypto is. And my channel is a frog-friendly environment. It's always been a frog-friendly environment. We've been bullish on Pepe since it was created. We have proof. We bought a bag of Pepe in April of 2023. So we do have on-chain proof that we've been bullish on the frog. We did fade it for a little bit because, like I said, you know, CT will jade you, will berate you, drag you through the mud, and put the videos of the your eyes being pulled open. You know, the images, and the images going in your brain. What is it? A Clockwork Orange? That scene where he gets his eyes peeled open and he's shown all those images. That's what crypto Twitter kind of feels like sometimes. And it'll convince you so many things that are straight lies, farming engagement, and just sheer utter grift. And we've experienced it. I'm telling you that no one is immune to the effects of crypto Twitter. It's real. It's 100% real. Because it could have been as easy as ignoring everything. Ignoring everything and just buying the frog. Ignoring everything and just buying the frog. So, OKX says, get your leap on, gang. Happy Frog Day. Pepe approves. So shout out to all the Pepe holders. Put your Pepes in the chat. Let me know if you are a Pepe holder by putting your Pepes in the chat. Guys, I need you to hit the like button. It is required. Now it's just required. If you're in here and you didn't hit the like button yet, we got Pepes to post. We got a cheeky Pepe, we have a Van Gogh Pepe, and then we have the traditional Make Memes Great Again Pepe. I need to get that hat. I need to get the red Make Meme Coins Great Again hat and wear it around town, because I guarantee you it'll immediately get mistaken for a MAGA hat, and I'll get major backlash. But yeah, let's just zoom out, guys. Let's not focus so much on the intraday trading levels, because here's the deal, guys. Like, at this point, we can trade these markets, and we can maybe make some side cash and stuff like that. Maybe you're maybe you're leveraging, maybe you're trying to play the memes. Maybe you're on deck screener. You're rinse and repeating. But at the end of the day, if you're willing to be patient for 6 months to a year, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to make some gains on just like easy buy projects. Like, there's all the crypto gaming fundamental projects that are still, I feel, going to be bullish. There's all of the tokens that in that crypto gaming like bull runs that we've had will just speculatively pump off of two like major announcements or two major things. Or here's the deal, guys. You forget that Grand Theft Auto is going to come out soon. The new Grand Theft Auto is going to trigger, I think, a gaming bull run, because there's going to be some type of tokenization. There's going to be some type of NFT thing. There's going to be some type of ecosystem that's built into this that is going to then make other crypto gaming coins pump subsequently from the bullishness of one gaming narrative. And then you have to think about that for how these USA coins have a narrative of zero capital gains tax. So you got, if you think, isn't Polkadot a US based coin? Didn't Gavin Wood create Polkadot in the United States? Then you have Dogecoin was created in the United States. Cardano, you have HBAR, Algorand, I think Chainlink as well. Litecoin. Yeah, a lot of US based cryptos. And let's actually add, because I'm off the top of my head, I'm kind of forgetting, because there actually is a lot. So let's ask Grok how many US based cryptos there are. So as of 2020, as of now, how many US-based top 50 cryptocurrencies are there? To determine how many US-based cryptocurrencies are among the top 50 as of March 20, we need to consider the top 50 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization and identify which ones are issued by companies registered and operating in the United States. Since my knowledge is continuously updated, but lacks a definitive list of the top 50 cryptocurrencies as of this exact date, I'll base my analysis on available data and trends up to this point. Okay, so... All right, cool. We got a list. All right, let's see. This is the list. US-based cryptocurrencies likely in the top 50. Well, we have XRP, so that's it was developed by Ripple Labs, and Ripple Labs is, and we've talked about this before. We talked about it last year, I believe, where they've been in talks of going public and having a IPO and having a stock on the NASDAQ, on the US stock exchange. And I guess, will it be called Ripple? Will it be represented as Ripple Labs as that company? And that's basically what. So we'll just have to see. We have Solana, we have Dogecoin, Cardano, Chainlink, developed by Smart Contract, a US-based company in San Francisco. Okay, yeah, all right. So then we have Stellar, created by Stellar Development Foundation, that was also in San Francisco. HBAR was based in Texas. Then we have USDC, launched by Circle, and the Circle is a Boston-based company. Then we have Avalanche. So Avalanche is New York-based. Then additional considerations is created by Charlie Lee, was Litecoin in the United States, a decentralized project often with U.S. origins, but it doesn't say exactly where. Polkadot, Parity Technologies, and it has ties to the U.S. via the Web3 Foundation, but its primary registration is Swiss. Okay. Its U.S. status is debatable, so I'll exclude it from the count unless clarified. Okay, so yeah, that's what we were curious about Polkadot. So I guess it's officially registered. Primary registration is in Switzerland. And then Sui was another one that we were curious about, developed by Miston Labs, a U.S.-based company, so in California, but it's newer, but gaining traction. So it's Sui in that list. We already know that the Trump, administration and the Trump team is bullish on Sui, and they're going to be using it in some form or fashion. We'll just have to see. XYO. XYO is a American-based cryptocurrency as well. And if you remember just yesterday, whenever Ethereum was pumping, XYO was going up substantially. It was actually one of the altcoins that was doing really well. It went up about 20%. It hit some resistance, but it just shows that with the strength of Ethereum, we've talked about this multiple times, how the strong Ethereum tokens that even did pretty well from the previous cycle when ETH was at 4K, was in its high point, when it was in its heyday, basically at its peak. These coins like XYO were they were close to $1 billion market cap. It was close to $1 billion market cap. We got very close. It doesn't make sense how it's not already just valued at $1 billion market cap compared to its predecessors and other coins and things that are basically kind of doing similar stuff. XYO is involved with AI. They have their own operating system. You can run nodes. It's a geolocation data based type crypto. They're launching their own layer. They're launching their own blockchain, their own layer 1. So there's a lot of stuff bullish on XYO. So just it's super undervalued. It's I feel like it's super undervalued. But then you see when Ethereum pumps, we get things like XYO doing really well. But then also to go back to the conversation of Pepe, whenever ETH is going, it's going to get its day. We'll see Pepe getting and breaking back into all-time highs. So from its point right now, it's a pretty decent return. You're going to get maybe a 2-3x of it going from where it's sitting at now to its all-time highs. And if you think we could create this similar parabola from what we've done in the past, then the distance of where this thing could go could be between 16 and 20 billion going into this next run. Then that is giving you a average of 400 to 500% move to the upside. And now, we can compare that to say, okay, here's the meme side. Now let's go into whatever might be your pick. Mine as a small cap undervalued token is XYO. It could be different for you. And we'll see what is the, risk to reward ratio and cost basis of return by also DCAing right now into something like XYO at the lows, because these are the lows. All the coins that we like right now are at massive lows. So if we want to then have another opportunity to be able to take profits at a point where it peaked last time, at least just shave some off the table, then these are the moments where it counts to dollar cost average and do less trading and more accumulating, because why would you want to be trading so much and getting distracted when you have all of these massive buying opportunities for coins that you like? So getting back to the all-time highs is very much in the cards because we've tested getting at least back into 4 cents. We've tested into these, key resistance levels and have broken out of different regression channels, which is great. So the last time we did this, regression channel like this, we pumped really hard, and now We saw that even just with the, like I said, the little moves with ETH, we get some major moves. And even just pushing up to where we just were, that is the move of what Pepe is going to have to do in the next 2-3 months. It's a similar move. It's a very similar move in price point and speculation of where we could be headed. I mean, I have no idea. This is all based on if Ethereum can just do what we would like it to do, which is just move, which is just pump. We need ETH to pump. We need ETH to move. And this is going to be the recipe for our alts to give us what we want. So we have to have some patience. We really just have to have a little bit of patience. Can we do it, guys? Are you able to do it? Yeah, we need to know. I told you guys what we need to do. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. We just need a very straight to the point strategic advertising campaign for Ethereum. It can be so simple. It doesn't, like Solana, like they're going to wish they had me and the people that I'm going to get involved with doing these ETH commercials. They're going to wish they had us, because we're going to show you how it's done. We're going to show you don't need to bring in social political issues. You don't need to bring anything in like that. You don't have to even mention anything like that. It could be so simple. We've explained it. It's so simple how we could do advertising campaigns for crypto and Ethereum and onboarding people to crypto. What people see and what people perceive is that they're always asking questions and I don't know if they're even asking the right ones. Like, it's like the retail, when they ask questions about crypto, it's just like they're worried about the wrong things. I've noticed that. Like, when I get in conversations with people with crypto, like, they're worried about the wrong things. It's like they're so focused on the aspect that makes that will deter you away from crypto so much, instead of being curious about why money and liquidity and the president of the United States is talking about it. No one seems to really click or get that that's kind of like where we are headed in the macro. So we have to we have to put positivity and a better sentiment for retail and new people coming into crypto, and not, I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Am I speaking crazy talk here? Like, I think this industry is just freaking terrible at representing itself. Like, we're kind of bad at representing ourselves in a way that will get people to buy the dang thing and test it out. Like, they're just thinking of it as just like number, is it number go up, or is it an investment opportunity? They're not thinking about how Bitcoin can be held in multiple different wallets that you control. You can decide to not have control of some of your Bitcoin and let someone else do something with it. You can custodian it. You can earn yield. You can use it as a collateral loan. You can do all this stuff with it. But they're asking questions like, well, is it real? What do you mean? Like, you're worried if you can physically hold it or not? Like, are you really asking that question? Are you really asking that question? The people that I've talked to that I think are relatively smart and have common sense, that's always what they end up saying is, well, it's not real. Then they don't understand the money system. They don't understand what the fiat currency even is. Yeah, it's crazy. So it's like, I think retail has been led to ask dumb questions about crypto instead of asking, well, is it kind of like having a bank account, like a ledger bank account, and then I can see all the transactions. I can send this to anyone right now if I wanted to. I don't even have to ask. Like, I can just, if someone needs money now, I don't have to, like, it's just boom. It's like, you think easy, like Venmo, you know? Maybe it needs to be explained as simple as, like, you know how like Venmo works? Cash App. Think about it like that. They use payment rail networks for you to be able to send your cash, your digital cash you seem to think you can hold, and that it's tied to something. It's not just a number on a screen. And then you can transfer that value to then said someone across the freaking world. Remittance in the United States. Think about the remittance payments in the United States, that all those people that are still doing that, going to Western Union and going to Wells Fargo and saying, I need to send remittance to whatever whoever in another country. And they're charging you like $20, almost $100 or whatever to send whatever amount of money. And you're doing that every single month. But if those same people just learned that they could literally use Solana or Binance Smart Chain or Tron or any of these rails and use a stable coin and literally in seconds send your mother or your father or whoever, your grandma, grandpa, old granny, is going to get that in 2 seconds. It doesn't have to go to the bank, can just take that and then convert it. This is where your mind needs to go. This is where the retail mind needs to go, because then that's how crypto number go up. That's how liquidity goes up. That's how crypto becomes the dominant liquidity driver for everything. Small businesses, all that stuff. We know how much it costs for small businesses to operate POS systems and take credit card transactions. Just wait until businesses start taking stable coins. Just wait. It's right around the corner. It is our job as crypto people, and for me, this is where the money's at. This is where my head's at, is education. Educating, helping small businesses, helping people that are TradFi investors that are sitting with thousands of dollars, and they're waiting to put it in this market, and I want to catch them like a net. I want to catch them like a freaking net. Boom! I want to catch them because they need to be led into this. And retail needs to start asking the right questions. Be more optimistic and explorative in the cryptocurrency ecosystems instead of talking your way out of it. Like, everyone is always talking their way out of learning about Bitcoin or just buying a little Bitcoin and then testing it. They talk themselves out of it constantly. That's just at least what I've noticed. And so until that changes, we ain't getting no retail buying. They're not going to give a shit. So until you make them understand, there's going to be there will be no retail FOMO. Not like we would like to see. Because imagine if everyone, even in just a 20%, imagine like 20% of the people that are not pulling the trigger all of a sudden pulled the trigger. And they're like, I'm going to test this Ethereum thing out. There could be a squeeze on these top 10, top 50 cryptocurrencies, because then that's when the retail starts to download the Coinbase app again. They start to type in crypto in their app, in their Google Play Store, in the App Store. Then they start to see what's in the top 10. What it's a network? How do I can send it on different networks. And then the rabbit hole is open, and then you can start going down it. And yeah, and some people think this is that in the end, they will be made to use crypto and won't even realize it. There'll be people that are just using it and they don't even realize they're using it. Emmanuel asked, hey, Dano, are you going to be in Vegas this year? That is a good question. I don't, honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I was actually very certain that I was going to be going, but now I'm not so sure. I have high hopes, but if I can make it, I can make it. That'll be great. But if I can't, we're gonna keep trucking. We'll make it to the next crypto event. You know, there's always gonna be more crypto events and things happening. So if we can't make it to that one, we'll make it to one of them. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We have really nice viewership on X. Shout out to all the people that are watching on X. If you are new and you're just tuning into the channel for the first time, make sure you repost the live stream. Repost it. Trade Intuition made a good point. Remember, guys, there's no KYC when smashing the like button. So if you do it today, we will not need the last 4 digits of your social security number. We won't ask you to send 1 ETH. We'll send you 2 back, and you can be a part of the Dano Dojo crew. All right, so yeah. Oh yeah, there's some interesting things happening in the Pulse Chain ecosystem. So if you guys have been following the Pulse Chain ecosystem, there's this thing called PDI. It's a if you're familiar with DAI, it's stablecoin. It's one of the main stablecoins that's the driver of most of the liquidity on Pulse Chain. And so there's something really interesting happening. There's some speculation that, you know, that Richard Hart is indeed the person behind PDI. Because there's all these forked versions of like, say, look, we got P wrapped Bitcoin, there's PDI, there's PUSD. And what the community is calling is for a pegging of the DAI, of PDI. Now, I am not going to act like I know the entire origin story or even the process of how this was even brought into the ecosystem. Only of that I know that this was a main narrative driver in the Pulse Chain ecosystem we have the 4 main coins in the Pulse chain ecosystem. If you're familiar, we got Pulse, PLS, PulseX, which is the DEX that provides the liquidity and has the pools. Then we have the incentive token. The incentive token is what is provided as payment and incentive in providing liquidity in these pools. You earn incentive token. Then you have Hex, which is Hex on Pulse. So I guess if you'd want to call it PHEX, but then you also have EHEX. So these are the main tokens you do want to pay attention to, but then there's also this PDAI. And a simple explanation is that if PDAI somehow pegs, I mean, it doesn't even have to peg. I mean, if it even just goes back to where it just was when Ethereum was, and the entire market was pumping. It's 1,000% move to the upside. So if it even gets to we'd have to go up a lot. I mean, that's be monumental pegging. I don't know how this can happen. Now, is it possible that if enough liquidity gets injected into PDAI, making it a true stable coin, and then it is then used for pairs with Pulse, PulseX, Incentive, Hex, whatever, and then becomes the predominant stable coin in the Pulse chain ecosystem, and then creating massive liquidity to go into the rest of the ecosystem, what would happen? I might not know even what I'm talking about right now. because it's just fascinating. It's honestly a little confusing, because when you're talking about stable coins and pegs and bridged versions and versions of forked versions of coins, I mean, it gets squirrely. It gets kind of squirrely. Like, for instance, like we have this wrapped BTC that's at $302. Based on what the supply is and the liquidity. There's even a bridged ePepe. So there's all this stuff happening on this ecosystem, and it's very interesting to see, and will be interesting to see how much some of these tokens are going to go up whenever Ethereum goes up. Because this is also, Richard Hart's made a big bet on Ethereum, bought a lot of Ethereum, and people were making fun of him for it. Like, he's stupid, he bought Ethereum, and he's begging Vitalik to do something. But I think Richard Hart might be onto something. He might be full porting for ETH, because he knows, because he's been in the game for a long time. Way before anyone. Way before most. And this is why he kind of has that edge, and he just has more knowledge than most of us in the cryptocurrency space. And this is where I think his secret and the magic lies, and what he's possibly kind of pre-setting up for. He's like, look, the institutions are going to come for ETH like a freight train, and Pulse Chain's going to pump. Simple as that. Institutions are coming for ETH like a freight train. We get a 10K ETH. You're going to get 1,000. You're going to get your 100, 200x on Pulse Chain. It's just it's a speculation. We don't know if it's going to happen. We have no idea. We have no idea. But I'd like to be in this ecosystem, even just with some little size, to the day when we do hit a 10K ETH. Woo. Woo. Love to see where we're at. I'd love to see where we're at. Because let's just show you where Pulse was when Ethereum was trying to tease at its all-time highs. It was up here. So it's all relative to what we're gonna do on ETH. Sami thinks it's pegging. But here's the other kind of juicy news is that, there are some allegations that Sami is the secret dev of PDI. Which is funny. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But shout out to Sami. We like Sami's content. We'd like to collab. We'd like to collab with our friend Sami. As you can see, Sami, we actually have a Pulse Chain color background. If you look at our profile, this is actually a Pulse Chain background. And those are Pulse Chain colors. Pudgy Penguin ETF. Nice. I think I got to get a MetaMask hat too. Give shout out to the OG MetaMask. All right, so again, guys, I want to remind you that gold and silver are leading indicators of a further macro breakout for hard asset commodities and assets, which are now crypto. In specifically certain cryptos, obviously like Bitcoin, and going into stables and things like that, and then also taking those stables and then put it into the top 10. This is what I think the institutions and the people that are on gold, like this is the leading indicator. So the leading indicator for a macro setup for commodities and also just for the next run up here is the monetary, the M2, the money supply, the stimulus, like the injection of liquidity, and then talks of stables and that liquidity turning into stablecoin issuance and minting. That's how stable coins are minted, is they're able to, then they're saying, okay, let's balance. We're balancing the treasury. What do we have in the treasury? We're getting an injection of liquidity, and then we mint. And just for instance, like USDT, if they are indeed profitable and they're profiting with cash, then they're going to put that cash and mint more USDT. And so what they did is they minted $1 billion of USDT recently on Tron. That's funny. When I read that, I met a guy a few weeks ago wearing a Bitcoin shirt. He instantly hit me in the face. No, just kidding. He instantly hit me. Yeah, I don't see very many people wearing like crypto merch, or it's not very common. It's like if you get caught wearing crypto merch or MAGA hats or things like that. I mean, imagine the combo. You're wearing a Bitcoin shirt and a MAGA hat. You are just asking for dirty looks. You're asking for dirty looks. All right, Bitcoin being real volatile right now. it's just volatile. It's just fighting this 200-day moving average still. It seems like it just wants to fight the 200-day moving average. If you really think about it, we broke up pretty strong, I'd say, from it, off of it, from yesterday. We had a bullish move, and that was and this is the state of the markets, guys. And I keep forgetting this right now, that it's like, this is a scalper's market right now. Like, when it's doing this is a scalper's market. Like, you get in and you get out. Like, if you're able to get any money out of it, you got to get out. And I just keep, it's like, if you're going to trade, you got to flip your mindset, because like, if you are kind of more macro and you're zooming out, you're like, oh yeah, everything's fine, blah, blah, blah. But if you're trading on the intraday trading, it's like, it's kind of just, it's up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no like this happening. It's just like this. It's fighting averages. It's fighting previous resistance. And this is pretty key resistance that we keep smacking into. And until we can kind of clear that, it just could be sideways like garbage, which is okay. It's like, I think a good person to follow right now, I'm going to give a shout out. Miles Deutscher. Miles Deutscher has been very successful in the cryptocurrency markets. He's from the Crypto Banter team. He then split off and has established a very successful channel with a lot of subscribers, posts a lot of really good threads on X. But he recently revealed that he was like, I lost millions of dollars because I made these mistakes. He said, it's like how I just lost millions in crypto being an idiot. And it's great to see people like this to show their mistakes, show where they it's not all green all the time. It's not all gains. There's massive mishaps and failures, and it's good to acknowledge them. So I love that he's doing this, and we relate to it. Maybe not in the millions. We're more in the thousands portion, but yeah, so it's interesting. So yeah, definitely watch this video. Check out Miles Deutscher. I like his thought process, because he's like, look, I wouldn't be that upset if we just keep going sideways. He's like, it gives me more time to prepare. It gives me more time to analyze the mistakes of what I made over the past 6 months or from the past, year. And it's also, like we just were explaining, about the opportunities that lie in front of us with like all of these cryptos being pretty low still. Like the fun has not begun. I think the fun has not even begun because of the way that we act in macro conditions with all of this stuff. Like, we have not even hit the peak euphoria run yet. We just haven't. I don't think we have. And so this does give us an opportunity to keep accumulating, to keep like just analyzing and trying to make sure that we are like, we have a plan. We're strengthening our plan. We're using strategies. We're seeing what worked, what doesn't. We're trying to not get our emotions all wrapped up and let our emotions control the decisions that we're making. And so, yeah, this is who you have to follow. You have to follow people that are honest. You have to follow people that are genuine, and you have to, take some notes. Take some notes. I'd love to have a conversation with Miles, and maybe even collab or something like that. If anyone has a connection to Miles Deutscher, I guess I do. I need to just make it happen. But yeah, it's just, Bitcoin is just fighting stuff. And even if it goes down to 77, I mean, it could go down to 75 again. I mean, it could easily go down to 75,000. And I mean, then what are you going to do? You're going to think it's over? I bet your butt the timeline will make you feel like it's over. The timeline will make you think that Bitcoin is crashing. But if we want to be real with ourselves, from the top here at 108,000, going back to 75 or even 73, that's only a 32% move to the downside. And if you go from 59,000, where we just were in October 2024, we have gone up 81%. So to go down 31, that's not that. I mean, that's. I can see that on the cards. Yeah, I think the 32, 35% drawdowns are completely normal. There's a really good tweet of the drawdowns. I think I bookmarked it. Let me see if I bookmarked it. It was a good tweet. It's a good chart. It's those drawdowns that we normally see. Oh, I love this. This is why you need to. This is why you hodl, and this is why you have ultimate hodl belief is for a Doge 7-year cycle. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this chart, but it's really funny. I don't want to say it's funny. I think it's brilliant. It just shows that 22 cents. That is the moving average. That's the daily 200-day moving average of Dogecoin. Is that 22 cents, 23 cents, and I think we could be hitting a parabola to bring us up to that $2 Doge, and then we'll probably hit some resistance. We'll make a new market structure at around between $1 and $2 for a Dogecoin, for one Doge. One Doge is one Doge, and then we can get into another market structure of getting to $9. But this is a 7-year cycle, though. It's 7 years. So you have to have some patience. You have to be almost like a Bitcoiner back in 2013 or 2012 and be able to hold until now. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be called crazy. But whilst in 7 years you are laid back with your Mai Tai, with your legs up, family by you, all retired, you retired your entire bloodline, and you just show them this, that you were able to follow the Doge 7-year cycle. Oh man, this is like way back. Oh my gosh. Talk about like going back in time. August 2nd, 2023. Is this even real? Look at this. We got Mr. M, Carl, Crypto Kid, Da Vinci, Andy Bitcoin Census, Tyrell, and me. What is happening? Yeah, that was fun. Man, where is that chart? It was such a good chart with the drawdowns. We'll find it. It's okay, so BTC historical drawbacks in bull markets. No. Oh, wait. This might be it. Oh, yeah. If you're feeling scared by the current market conditions, know this. Bitcoin experienced 20% pullbacks 12 times in the 2017 bull run. And then in 2021 bull market, it happened 9 times. Every time people thought the bull run was over and that BTC was dead, smart money bought these dips and made millions. Scared money sold these dips and FOMO'd the tops later. So, look, 32%, 38, 24, 42, 34, 33, 32, 40, 30, 24. So, if we're, like we just said, we're looking at the, we're looking at these drawdowns here. And from the top, if we go to, we did 30% here already. We could maybe even go down a little lower. I mean, look, I would say, look, we could even do that 38%. I mean, then that would just be 38%. That would be actually in the cards to bounce right from the level that in 2024 where we just came from. It'd be the most legendary bounce ever, because this would really convince people it's over, and then we just nuke, or not nuke, but we fly. We nuke first, and then we fly to the upside. I mean, this would be one of the biggest capitulation events in crypto history. Boom. And then that's how we get to 120. That's how we get to 120. Do you think we get to... Guys, do you think we go... You think we go down one more time before we break new all-time highs? Or was that it? Was this it? Was that our 30% dip to 76 and that was the bottom? Because no one knows. I like Crypto Mason's explanation. Let me bookmark this. I like this. Bookmark that. Thanks, Lark. Let's go to Crypto Mason. He said, if anyone is claiming to know these markets...
I'm going to be very honest with you. I have no idea where our crypto tokens are going. I don't know where the chart is going. And anyone who tells you that they know for sure where the prices are going is lying, and you need to run far away from them. I am able to get on here and be entirely honest, just entirely honest about where the prices are going. I have no idea. No one knows. You need to get that through your head. So if you're looking for some kind of savior or answer in the crypto market, nobody knows. It always does the opposite of what we're thinking. It always shocks you. Tomorrow you could wake up and one of the top 40 projects has went to zero. It happened. We had Terra Luna. It went to zero overnight, basically. And that was a top 10 project. People had their life savings, moronically, had their life savings in that coin. And it was a top 20 coin. It went to zero. So you really have to only listen to people who are able to be honest. Everyone has been wrong. I've talked about so many tokens that have went to zero. But I've also talked about so many tokens that have done extremely well, right? I have over probably 2,000 by now, but over 1,000 for sure, screenshots of you guys explaining how much money you've made from crypto and from learning through my content, right? That's all I'm doing on here is educating and trying to give a honest perspective on the news that comes out, the coins that are being pushed. Yeah, plenty of them go to zero. It's just the truth of the matter with crypto, right? It's the same thing in regular.
And I feel like we do a pretty good job. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we do a pretty good job of giving you guys like our honest opinion, and we don't claim that we know exactly where the market's going to go? We just try and give you a bullish case scenario, and we also try and give you a bearish case scenario where possibly the markets could be turning. But we are, at the end of the day, honest with ourselves and you guys to tell you that, hey, no one really knows. I mean, we really don't know. We're doing our best, but I mean, but we're happy you guys are here with us and just learning and in this journey together. But yeah, just like Crypto Mason said, there's tons of coins that I've mentioned that have done really well. And then there's some coins that I've pulled up, or that I've like said, hey, we're gonna look at this. Or there's some coins that I have bought. Like there was a coin called Dougal that was part of the Matt Fuhrer narrative, and it was like a dog coin. I was thinking, oh, okay, it's part of the Matt Fuhrer Boys Club narrative, and it died and went to zero. And I told you guys, look, there is a possibility that this thing that I'm getting into, that I'm putting like $100 into, then I'm going to lose the $100, and it's probably going to go to zero. And also with how he mentioned about even a top 10 cryptocurrency, something like Luna, people were so bullish on Do Kwon. Like Do Kwon was the savior of crypto. He was the hero, and he was one of the main characters, and it went to freaking zero, and it went fast. The stable coin depegged. There was either a malicious real attack on the stable coin and was completely depegged, or it could have been intentional. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of speculations, but that was a crypto man had millions of dollars in that protocol, lost it all. And so it's true. No one knows. We're all playing a very risky game here. Now, even though I'm going to admit I don't know, I'm willing to bet with my money by buying Bitcoin that it will be around for the next 20 years, be around for the next 100 years. We are all taking that bet. We're all taking that risk. Maybe not with Bitcoin, but in crypto, the stock market, all that stuff. So we're all here taking a risk, because with no risk, there's no, what is it? No risk. No risk, there's no reward, baby. There's no reward, baby dolls, as Sami would say. There is no thing in this life that is good and provides you with something like what we're talking about that doesn't come with some risk. Hey, getting into a relationship is a risk. Taking a new job position is a risk. Getting into your freaking car to drive to work or go do daily stuff is a risk. But we have levels of risk in our lives that we're willing to take as humans, because if you don't, you're frozen. You're frozen. So sometimes we do have to do the hard thing. We have to say we're going to risk our money for a better life, for a more abundant life, for a life that we can have financial freedom, a life that then we can use that liquidity that we earned from going through these hard times and risking our hard-earned cash. So then that we can do something good in the world, provide something. Being an upstanding member of society. What can we bring to the table? You know, that is actually something that someone told me. And, you know, it's like, instead of asking, what can you do for me? You need to ask the question, what can I do for you? How can I help you? And I feel like with my cryptocurrency channel and with what I'm trying to do here, I want to ask that question. What can I do for you guys? Like, what can I do? And I guess what is I can just bring you the highest value, honest content I could possibly bring you in crypto, and provide education, help people onboard into crypto in an easy, non-frictionless way possible, and to get people to start asking the right questions. And yeah, okay. George says, "Has Trump spoken yet?" Yeah, he spoke pretty quick, fast and quick. It was only like a 5-minute message, and it was on. Yep. So, are they still live? We could play it again. Oh, here's Michael Saylor. Oh, let's go. All right, here we go.
Truth 14. Can't drink water,
Here,
nothing more than digital. With that observation, digital, there's actually a search empowerment, Bitcoin.
But it just aid
21 truths.
All right, so we're going to watch this.
And preparing for this, I asked myself, what is true today in the year 2025? And perhaps what are the truths that the mainstream world, the mainstream media, traditional investors, politicians, people that are just getting familiar with Bitcoin, with digital assets, what is it they don't know that seems very, very clear to me that I want to share? And so I've gathered my favorite 21 truths of Bitcoin today, and I'm going to start with the first. Bitcoin's an ideology. Freedom versus slavery, innovation versus stagnation, sovereignty versus dependency, property versus poverty. It's a very powerful ideology. It's spreading the entire world, and there would be no Bitcoin without the ideology. It's capitalism versus socialism. It's the individual versus the collective. It pops up throughout human history. We see these themes for the last thousands and thousands of years. You see these themes in the writings of the Austrian economists. You see these themes in the writings of Voltaire and the intellectuals of the 19th, the 18th, the 17th century. You even see these themes in the Constitution of the United States. The Founding Fathers had this ideology. And you'll see it echoing throughout Bitcoin. The second truth of Bitcoin is protocol. Satoshi created a protocol based on that ideology. The 21 million coins, the block sizes, the 10-minute centers, the SHA-256 hashing. It was an integrated protocol. It's not the only way you could have done it, you know. You could have base 10 math, but you could have base 2 math. You could have English as a protocol, but there's also French as a protocol. Bitcoin's a protocol for prosperity. It's a protocol for...
So I had a cool analogy for people when people ask me about Bitcoin. I say, Bitcoin is the representation of monetary policy around the world. It is a representation of the energy and the money of the world in a network. That is like the best way that I can explain it, is that because multiple currencies and different trading pairs can trade and buy Bitcoin, and then you got the stables. I think that Bitcoin's price and Bitcoin as a whole is the representation of the energy and monetary policy where we are in a point in time. Jack Mallers would probably agree with that, because he says, look, you know, Bitcoin is just energy, and it's just money is energy. And so there's this, rate of exchange of your energy for and preserving your energy into something like Bitcoin. So it's basically the monetary energy preservation of the world represented in a network divisible by 21 million Bitcoin and powered by the transactions and the hash rate of the miners.
For economic success, economic empowerment. And that protocol lives on in the software. Oftentimes people say,
and by the way, Bitcoin is software. It's just code. It's just code. That's what's cool about it too.
well, what about this quantum thing, or what about that technology thing? And the point that I make to them is that English language is a protocol. If you have to upgrade the software, you'll probably upgrade the software, keep the language. Base 10 math is a protocol. If you have to upgrade the software, rebuild the computer, you'll probably keep the base 10 math. Bitcoin is a protocol. You may change the hardware, you may change the software, you may change the nodes. The protocol is simple. A bunch of intelligent people everywhere in the world would like to keep their money forever. Once $1 trillion worth of money flows into that network, they'll be looking to figure out how to keep it. And then when it's 10 trillion or 100 trillion or 500 trillion, you'll have a bunch of people speaking a language of economics, a monetary language. That is the Bitcoin protocol. Truth number 3, Bitcoin's an asset. One of those 21 million coins pops out. A lot of people just focus on the asset. They forget the ideology. They don't really notice the protocol. They think, do I have a Bitcoin or not? What kind of asset? It's the apex asset. It's better than cheese. It's better than palladium. It's better than gold. It's better than silver or copper or land or goats or cattle or lumber or
I don't know, man, about blue cheese.
pieces of paper that we
It's
call
better than blue
currency.
cheese.
Bitcoin is the asset, right? It is the asset based upon the ideology and the protocol that results in the greatest monetary premium in the world.
So you know how Peter Schiff has been like really going in on Bitcoin and really going in on Michael Saylor? You know, it's just the fact that he knows, and I think if he would just acknowledge it, that gold is like we said, is the leading indicator that it's going to go into Bitcoin. So it's the leading indicator of hard assets, and these traditional, financial institutions are, with the help of Michael Saylor, with the education and other people in the industry that I think the money, the water, the buckets of water are flowing into the next hard asset, which has also just been going up substantially along with gold.
Truth number 4, it's not just an asset. Bitcoin's a network. Bitcoin is not just a network, it's the network. It's the most powerful computer network in the world. It's a global network. Without the network, you can't have the asset. The asset is stored in the network. The network is a manifestation of the protocol. The network creates decentralization, that's true, but it also creates fault tolerance, mission criticality, redundancy, and all of the other technical, economic, and ethical qualities of the asset and of the movement.
AI Griff asked, am I going to the BTC weekend coming up? Where is that? Where and what?
An ideology that spawned a protocol resulting in an asset that circulates on a network. That would be a simple articulation of what Bitcoin is. It's a truth. I would hazard to guess that the great majority of people watching the price of Bitcoin don't think about all four of those things. And they don't think about this as much as they should. Bitcoin is immaculate. Truth number 5. It was spawned by the Immaculate Conception. A nameless, faceless programmer gave it as a gift to the world. How do you create an immaculate thing? It's a God-given thing. It's a natural thing. We've had it since the beginning of time. No one took beneficial claim to it. No one asserts control over it. No one expects to cash in on it. The Immaculate Conception is an extraordinarily important thing to the network. That, combined with truth number 6, Bitcoin is ethical. What makes something ethical? What makes it ethical is you can take title to it, you own it, no one can debase it, no one can take it from you, no one can corrupt it, no one can control it. It's a thing of natural beauty. No country will ever trust anything that another country can debase or control. No company will ever trust anything another company owns or controls. No person will ever trust anything controlled by another person. In order to reach this great plateau of ethical, it has to be beyond the corrupting influence of any human, any man-made institution, any organization of people in the world. The Immaculate Conception was a necessary condition, but the engineering brilliance of Bitcoin was another condition. Right? Bitcoin's it's a perfect machine made of imperfect components.
AI Griff, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. If I do have tickets, or you can buy tickets with my link. If you go to or you can buy tickets with. Man, that's what I sound like. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so here's the tickets. If you want to go to the conference and you can make it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. But you can buy tickets with my link, use the offer code Dano, and so you'll get a really nice little juicy bonus, which is a discount. You'll get the nice little juicy discount. Let's see how much you get. 10%. 10% off. Maybe I should use my own discount code. But if you want the industry pass, just so you guys know, the festival pass is just for the last 2 days. The industry pass is for the first 3 days. Whale pass, you get access to the whole thing. And then there's also a after party bundle, which gets you access to, access to Inscribing Vegas after party, official Bitcoin after party with a 2-hour premium open bar, Monday night welcome party at Dre's, Tuesday night, blah, 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 Wednesday. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with the extra Bitcoin week pass. Yeah, we'll let you guys know if we're going to be there for sure. We got to let April, like, just got to get through April, and then we'll know if we can go. All right, let's see. Anything on the dock here? CZ amassed 10 million followers on X. Man, we just need CZ to repost one of our things, and then we'll be off to the races. Sometimes it could be that easy in this damn field, is just to have someone who has connections, can repost your stuff, get you in the algorithm, like the true algorithm, get in front of people, and then finally, you can finally start getting paid to post memes on X. And I can get paid more money to run my mouth on the internet. That's the dream. That's the American dream, is that I can get paid between $3,000 and $4,000 a month by live streaming and posting on X. Apparently, Ansem made, how much did he freaking make? He posted a picture, and I was like, damn. Yeah, this right here. I was like, what? So this bro made $82,000 from Twitter by posting. Like, what? Like, huh? Like, what the? Like, what in the what? Yeah, so, I mean, like, we can't, we're not even monetized yet on X. I don't think we have enough of the metrics to even get monetized yet, but we are monetized on YouTube. I will show you the reality of monetization on YouTube. Here's the reality of monetization on YouTube. I'm going to go to the studio. I'm going to show you this. I'll show you the inside scoop. Analytics. Revenue. The last 28 days, I've generated $41. Okay, now that's just from the ads. So that's just from or no, that's not just from ads. Watch page ads is actually only 25. Shorts feeds 13 cents. Memberships looks like there's only 4 people as members. Oh shit. Oh man, we got to get that up. Supers and gifts, we just 2 super chats and connected stores, got decent impressions but no buys. But yeah, that's just the last 28 days. So the last 90 days, it's a little bit different. We had some peaks during my birthday month. Definitely got some more we got like some supers, some super chats, some more super chats and things like that. The memberships was a little bit more. But yeah, so like it. And then total in the past 365 days, we've generated $1,383. Now, I believe that is about when, let's see, lifetime. See how much you've generated just across the board. All right, that's it. I believe this is when we got monetized too. It was around, I can't remember exactly when we got monetized. But it takes a bit, guys. I mean, like, to really start to generate, like, where you could, like, it could be like your actual income, you got to be pushing the numbers. You have to be pushing numbers. You got to be pushing way more numbers. Like, you know, it's just it is what it is. You can't quit. You got to keep going. But this is with the channel, so just to give you reference, if you're thinking about starting your own channel and you want it to be monetized and you want to start building it up, I have 3,587 subscribers, and this is kind of what it looks like. Over the lifetime of the channel, I've had 211,000 views, watch time hours, 14,000. And yeah, this is what you'll expect. This is what you'll expect, just so you know. And a lot of that, I will say, is I'm just going to be honest with you. Jason Caspers came into our live stream and like super chatted us like $100 here and there, and then probably at least, I think Jason Casper has screwed up my metrics because it's not true. Like, really, my estimated revenue is probably $900 because Jason Caspers came in and given me $100, I think like 4 times already. So really, I've only generated $900 because Jason Casper talk about inflation. Freaking Jason Casper screwed my numbers up. Speaking of Jason Casper, see if he's streaming. Yeah, no, not streaming. But yeah, shout out to Jason Casper. We still got to collaborate. It would take him way too long to collaborate. He doesn't do it very often. He does not do it very often. But let's see who is streaming right now, if anyone. All right, we got Simply Bitcoin. Andy Bitcoin. See, Andy's pushing some numbers. Yeah, see, Andy, people like Andy. He's simple, to the point.
Going long, right?
He's showing you the setups. He's got that nice inflection in his voice. We talk about the price action and a bump and run. I like when Andy says bump and run. Like if Andy says a bump and run, then I get happy. I don't know I don't know about you. But oh yeah, and Jason got hacked for like $70,000 last year. Yes, he did. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did get hacked. Well, luckily he has more than 70K. That wasn't all of his bag, you know. He definitely has a lot of crypto. He has a lot of crypto, so yeah, shout out to Randy Hipper. We have collabed with Randy before. We had her as a guest on our live stream, and yeah, we definitely gotta have her back on. We'd love to go on her show as well and get some of the daily zest. But yeah, Randy Hipper, she's been crushing it. She's honestly been doing this for a while. She deserves, if anyone, like 100,000 subscribers. I mean, she should be at like freaking she should be already at 1 million. I mean, why not? One of the youngest, content creators talking about Bitcoin, and she's been doing this since she was like, I don't know, 17, 16 or something like that. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But yeah, shout out to Randy. Go subscribe to her channel if you have not already. And then yeah, another one, yeah, Crypto Kid. Really pulled in and kind of started learning from the big dogs. You can see here. And you go back and you like go back to like Crypto Kids, you know, he's got 47,000 subscribers. Started really building it up. But if you go back like to the old videos, like way back, like oldest videos, this was three years ago. You can see he was learning. Look. Tour of Binance Blockchain Week. You can see the thumbnails. It's funny because his thumbnails look just like mine way back in the day. The difference though between me and Crypto Kid is that Crypto Kid had made a lot more money over the past 3 years than I have. That's just a real and sad truth.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
All right. I think we've streamed long enough now, guys. I think we hit the wall. I think we hit the wall. Oh, but we really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Shout out to all the people that are watching on X. I don't know. Are these like bots? Is there 73 bots watching, or are there actual 73 real humans watching right now? Shout out to all the people that are watching on X. Say, are you real? Are you real? Let yourselves be known. And if you have not already, subscribe to the YouTube, reshare this, and that is the housekeeping that you have to do. And guys, make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button. But it'd be crazy. It would be crazy if we could get to just like really push it to 10K here in like the short term. I don't see why not. I mean, we should for sure already be at 10K, but then you could also have the opinion that like, hey, no, you don't deserve 10K. You don't do enough content. You suck. Your edits suck. Your live stream sucks. Everything sucks. Do better. No one's going to watch your stuff if you don't just do better, bro. That might be why I'm not at 10K yet. I don't know. I just got to be better, you know. Just have to be better. And the algorithm will like me more. The algo. Oh. Falling. Wake me up and I can't wake up. Save me. Save me from the nothing I've become. Jin, 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 jin. Bitcoin's on the ledge right now with Evanescence. About to jump. Ah! I've been living a lie. Poor ETH. ETH might go to 1,500. ETH might just go to 1,500. Do you realize, guys, that if ETH goes to $1,500, that is the bear market low of October 2023? Kendu Inu? Oh my God. So I didn't even want to... Here's the deal. With Kendu, I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is that the dev, Kendu Miyazaki, starts launching a bunch of different coins. The community was getting angry. There was speculation that the Kendu Chads, the NFT project, was being used as wash funding and then was being sold off by Kendu Miyazaki. And then there was a community takeover of the coin. So I don't know what the hell's happening. I don't know what the... I basically was like, you know what? I'm tired of these freaking projects with their damn devs and all this stuff, and they think they're kings and gods and that they know everything, and they're so just... They're just too arrogant, and I didn't like his attitude. And so I was out. I'm like, I'm out. I sold my Kendu. I didn't even have that much to begin with, but I sacrificed it into the ticker. That's what happened to Kendu. I sacrificed my Kendu into the ticker Bitcoin because I feel better about holding that. And if I'm going to hold two memes on ETH, it's going to be the ticker Bitcoin, and it's going to be Pepe. So I just simplified my holdings, and I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to play that game. So that's how I dealt with that. Pretty simple. So I don't even know what the heck is going on with that particular project. Don't really care. I lost full interest when the dev started being just absolutely ridiculous. So in my eyes, this is dead. Hate to say it. If the community can really bring it up and take it over and there's no funny fishy business, then sweet. But I don't know. I'm holding the ticker. I'm just gonna be a ticker holder. I'm gonna be a ticker holder. Brian Johnson said, my soul is at peace with reality. My head hits the pillow and I'm out within minutes. My nervous system steady calm at night. And CZ said, you should buy some crypto. That'll help with sleep. I said, it also helps with hair loss. I said, if you want your hair to start thinning like really fast, get into crypto. You'll get that spot right in the back of your head start thinning real nice. Starts to get real nice and thin. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my bald spot. And make sure we get this stream to 30 likes before we end it. Like, can we get it to 30 likes? Can we just pump it up to 30 likes right now? Can we pump it to 30 likes right now? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Maybe if I give you the horn. Should I give you the horn? Or no, this one might be better. Oh, but that one was worse. That one was way too loud. Oh no, why was that like 10, 15 dB higher? Yeah, where's the... Yeah, do we need a Rasta horn? No, we'll do a fail horn. These horns are so loud. That was better. Yeah, I'm like, why is my channel not at 10,000 subscribers? Do better, bro. Just do better. Just provide us with more alpha, bro. Why don't you just provide us with more... Okay. We're having too much fun now with these horns. We basically have a horn soundboard. What horn would you like? Assemble! The pump song. You guys want the pump song? I don't think I have it in me. And I think my wife might be in a meeting. If they hear literally someone in the background screaming, it's gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. She might get fired. So I don't think I can do that right now. She like, if I'm like, it's gonna dump, then we gonna pump. Like they're gonna be like, what is happening in your background? What is happening in the background? So probably can't do that right now. So I think Jason Casper is in like a shed out like next to his chickens on a walking treadmill set up. Like I don't even think he's in his house, so he's able to just scream his head off like a chicken. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Pump the Bitcoin. All right, can we get it to 30 likes before we end it? I don't want to end the stream until we get to 30 likes. And also, as a reminder, guys, go check out... look, see, we're shilling people that have 220,000 subscribers. 220,000 subscribers. Bro doesn't need any more subscribers, but go ahead, subscribe to him. Here's the link. Check this out. Learn from his mistakes. Learn from my mistakes, which is being a dumb crypto influencer. KOL. Yeah, pump it quiet. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. It's gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Dear Lord, I pray that all our coins pump, our frog coins pump, our dog coins pump, our cat coins pump, our AI coins pump, our RWA coins pump, our fundamental layer 1s and layer 2s pump, and that we all will make it out of the trench, and that you will bless everyone with massive abundance and opportunity, and also the healing from the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Oh, guys, I don't know if you knew that this was some breaking news, but Giza pyramids, this has been in speculation, okay? It's basically, if you remember, this picture was going around. We saw this picture. They did some sound wave technology, seismic sound waving technology, and they discovered that underneath the pyramids there are massive cylindrical columns and chambers that go down I hate when it does meters. Like, come on, we're dumb Americans. We don't know meters. We don't know. How much? What is 60 meters? What's 60 meters? Help me. But either way, they discovered that it goes down deep. So it's massive, and the cylindrical columns are perfectly lined up and are coiled with some type of other material. It could be like a quartz or a copper quartz coil, some type of coil around the cylinders that are under the pyramid. And then if you remember, like all the different chambers that are inside the pyramid, you got the king's chamber, you got the exit chamber that literally looks and lines in right aligned with the precession of the equinox, and also looks right into the star system. Is it Sirius? The Sirius star system that houses Orion's belt. And so there's all these different crazy things that are starting to basically, it's like rewriting history. Pretty crazy. So it could be that not only have we been lied to by the Egyptologists and the Egypt government about many great things, I feel like the people that are connected, like they probably know about this stuff. That's why they hide so many things. And yeah, so yeah, lasers, free energy machine. Yeah, they're basically giant obelisks that are deeply embedded in the earth that were generating massive amounts of energy. Freaking crazy. I love it so much. It's so cool. It just proves that the earth is probably, in terms of civilizations and different civilizations being on this planet, a lot older and a lot more advanced than we have previously thought. Yeah. Yeah, there's something really interesting. There's something really interesting going on. But I'll tell you something cool. I learned this from a couple different books that I've read, where there's a place called the Halls of Amenti. And it is centered and under, I think, the Sphinx. And it is a place that is talked about where in the Halls of Amenti, it is all of the knowledge. It's kind of like where you hear about the Akashic record. It's equivalent to like the Akashic record in the Halls of Amenti, where the history of Earth's civilizations is held there. It's like the infinite knowledge of the creation of the universe and the powers that are enlined in this, that are in these, that is in this Hall of Amenti. All the technology, all the just everything. But the most interesting fact of the Halls of Amenti is also that it was used in trainings for the mystery schools, the ancient mystery schools. When you talk about alchemy and ascension and all that stuff, like all origins in Egypt, that in this hall, anything that you think of, your fears, your doubts, and also on the other side, your aspirations, your love, your gratitude, all that stuff will manifest immediately in this place. So when you're in the halls, when you're in the hall of a mentee, if you're a fearful person and you have a not a strong will, you will create something immediately and it manifests and materializes to kill you. And think about the scene in Empire Strikes Back where Luke goes into the cave. And his fear created Darth Vader. He cut it off, cut his head, and revealed that he saw his face in Vader. Some really interesting things happening right now, guys. There's some really interesting things happening right now. I think it might be a complete mass awakening that could be emerging here. But I'm telling you this story. I'm telling you this because I think if you think about in how our lives are and how our thoughts and our actions and everything create our reality around us, that premise alone of the halls of a mentee and how things are manifested in that area so fast is like, think about the gestation period of how you want to manifest things in your life and how you can use that to program the matrix that you're in. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, we will let you go down the rabbit hole. We'll let you go down the rabbit hole of that and explore what I just talked about because it's pretty cool. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, on this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Make sure you check out all of the links in the description. And yeah, we really, really appreciate you guys very much. Pretty cool. Check out the links. Here's all the links. If you want to go to the Bitcoin conference in May, make sure you get tickets with my affiliate link. It helps directly support the channel. Yeah, just share this stream to the world, and let's all ascend together. Let's all ascend into abundance together, my friends. Peace.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworkers you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, and you coin. Boom! Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.